well, get started, because I don't want to keep everyone here on Valentine's Day. I'm sure you have better things to do than spend it with us. So, this is called to order, the pledge in a moment of silence.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Harry, roll call.
Mr. Brookhart. Dr. Faulkner.
Here.
Mr. Garman.
Here.
Mrs. Heater. Mr. Hoffman.
Here.
Mr. Reichert.
Here.
Mr. Umbriak.
Here.
Mr. Vognetz.
Here.
Dr. Green.
Here. 2-1, resignation. The board will take action to accept the resignation of June Heater as Danville Area School Board Director effective February 7th, 2024. Motion? Second?
Second.
Open for comment? I would just like to acknowledge Mrs. Heater's service to the district and service on the board itself, that it's appreciated. And it's unfortunate that she's choosing to resign, but we appreciate the fact that she has given her time and service to the district. Go ahead.
Dr. Faulkner.
Yes.
Mr. Garman.
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Mr. Reichert.
Yes.
Mr. Umbriak.
Yes.
Mr. Vognetz.
Yes.
Dr. Green.
Yes. 3-1, I'll open up for public comment. Agenda items only. Going once, going twice. On to finance. 4-1, employer health savings account contribution. The board will take action upon the recommendation of the business manager that the district reimburse those employees that do not qualify for the employer health savings account contribution due to federal regulations per their collective bargaining agreement up to the maximum amount permitted per calendar year. These employees will need to submit a reimbursement-eligible healthcare expenses with supporting documentation and will be reimbursed up to the amount indicated per the calendar year by the business office.
Sure. I'll try to provide a brief explanation of this. Essentially, IRS regulations do not allow us to make HSA contributions, which has been negotiated into the support staff contract as well as the teacher's contract to individuals 65 years or older. So in lieu of that, there is actually no additional cost to the district if we were to pass this because it's already budgeted for. In lieu of that, what we are saying is so that those employees who are 65 years or older receive the same benefits per the contract, that they are able to get reimbursed for their first $1,600 of healthcare expenses throughout the year rather than that contribution being made. So again, it's budgeted. It is no additional cost to the district, and quite frankly, if we were not to take this action, we could potentially have ageist claims made against us that could potentially be somewhat legitimate. Nobody is there. We're trying to solve this before it's a problem. Certainly an unintended consequence of the negotiations that went on. Just trying to make it right for people who might be 65 or older.
It's also honoring the spirit of the contract and correcting something that was just an oversight. Can I get a 1? Hire a secondary principal of special education and intervention. The board will take action to approve the employment of Gianna Earp as secondary principal of special education and intervention at a starting yearly salary of $88,500 with Act 93 benefits effective February 19th, 2024. Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Comment?
I was just wondering why the salary had to be at that number. Just a thought.
So we did have some discussion in executive session last time, but that one comes in line with experience as an administrator and where our other principal serving that same role sits.
I get that, but she's never had that rule, and she doesn't have some of the qualifications that she's going to earn, I'm sure.
She has all of the qualifications for that position. She has all of the certifications.
The other one in that position, that, as you said, follows the same role, whatever, how long has she been doing that?
She's in her 4th year and she's making $2,000 more than that.
Okay.
Anything else? Gary?
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Mr. Reichard.
Yes,
Mr. Umbriak.
Yes.
Mr. Vognetz.
Yes.
Dr. Faulkner.
Yes.
Mr. Garman.
Yes.
Dr. Green.
Yes. Congratulations.
I was say, Mrs. Earp is with us, and I think you've brought family members along. So, congratulations. We're excited to have you on our administrative team.
I heard a rumor that you were highly sought after by other districts, so I'm glad we've gotten to hang on to you. Good. I think you did too.
That is true. I had a conversation with another superintendent this morning, in fact.
I'm glad we managed to hang on to you. 5.2, new hire Head Start. The board will take action to approve the employment of Nordangelo? Thank you. As an educational assistant at Head Start at a starting hourly rate of $16.50 pending the receipt of all clearances and paperwork. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
motion.
Like we got a motion in a second?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mr. Reichard.
Yes,
Mr. Umbriak. Mr. Vognetz.
Yes.
Dr. Faulkner.
Yes.
Mr. Garman.
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Dr. Green.
Yes. 5.3, resignation. The board will take action to accept the resignation of Billy Hoover as custodian for the Danville Area School District effective February 9th, 2024. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Like we have a motion in a second. Hoffman and Umbriak.
Mr. Umbriak.
Yes.
Mr. Vognetz.
Yes.
Dr. Faulkner.
Yes.
Mr. Garman.
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Mr. Reichard.
yes,
Dr. Green.
Yes. 5.4, resignation. The board will take, I do think, just for a moment, you pointed out in the past that Ms. Hoover served 19 years in the district, correct? So I think it's appropriate for us to at least say thank you to her for 19 years of service. 5.4, resignation. The board will take action to accept the resignation of Miranda Vining as guidance secretary at the high school effective January 19th, 2024.
Motion.
second.
Mr. Vognetz.
Yes.
Dr. Faulkner.
Yes.
Mr. Garman.
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Mr. Reichard.
Yes,
Mr. Umbriak.
Yes.
Dr. Green.
Yes. 6.1, board concerns, items for the next next meeting. Does anyone have anything? Are we going to be ready to talk about the scoreboard, do you think, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the other thing that is going to end up being discussed is the idea of committee of the whole. And there's been several people that have sort of brought that idea up. So I'll send something in email so you guys understand what that is. Can't have any active discussion about it then, but at least I can put out information so you'd understand how that structure of the board. And then we can have discussion about whether or not the board actually wants to do that in public. Okay? I think that's the other thing that'll come up. Anything else? Turns. All right, 7.1, public comment, non-agenda items. I think most of us know who you are, but if you want to introduce yourself.
If
Is
you
it
just
on?
push it till it turns
yeah.
green, that way they can hear you at home too.
You gotta let go, probably. There we
Okay.
go.
All right. I just wanted to bring this up as the new school calendar was just approved and with the new snow days and everything that we just had. Wanted to know if the district had ever considered doing built-in snow days, like, so we've lived in other states who have a lot more snow and things. And with the type of snow days that we do, it's really disruptive to families' plannings and vacations, which I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about with all the different snow days and stuff. But with built-in snow days where you just schedule 184 days of school versus,
That's just a teacher contract issue
that-
here. That did happen in Tennessee, and it's kind of a state strength of union issue is the best way I could describe it. So it's contractually built into the teacher contract that they work 180 days, so you
Right,
can't
so
build
but-
a calendar that's longer. We could potentially build a 185-day calendar and just stop it 5 days
right,
sooner,
so
if you will.
in the
But
districts we've done before that have done, they schedule the 184 days, and then if you don't have those snow days, then you get out that many days earlier or whatever, which is generally less disruptive to families' calendars and things like that, because you know what you can count on.
Sure.
But-
So that's just kind of the thought. So they're not working more than the contracted days.
Sure.
You're just scheduling that and then building back if needed. So just something
some
for
good food for
consideration.
thought. Thank you.
That's all.
Any other public comment? One other request I did hear
Yes.
is, I don't know if it's possible to push out for the school calendar, like a Google Calendar link that allows them to just single click populate instead of having to add it manually. Yeah, I heard several people ask me that.
That would be a Jeff question.
I think it would make a lot of people very happy if they could single click and the entire calendar populate, because I know there are ways to push that out. Yeah, instead of
Yes.
having to actually.
Yeah, that is true.
So it
in
may-
the one
it-
on the main screen.
It may
and
just
then,
have letting people know
like how
to
to do that.
redirect. That might be, if we're already doing it, it might be,
You can do that one in the one that's on the main page of the home screen, but you certainly can't do that from like just the PDF
Sure.
calendar that was approved here.
no, I told several people that my wife does it in some way. I have no idea. I don't pay any attention because I don't do anything with our calendar.
You could select which one. So there's like multiple calendar feeds into that. There's a district-wide one that would have just those kind of days, and then there's like a primary school one and so on. So you could pick which one you're feeding into your calendar, if that makes sense. And the district-wide one would be the one that just has this kind of stuff. And then you could pick the ones that are for your school. But yeah, you might not want like soccer practice in the gym or something on your whole calendar. Right.
I think that's it then. 8-1, adjournment.
Motion.
Second.
Thank
Carrie?
you all.
Thanks for coming in on a holiday.